Okay, everybody. Well, welcome to Zoom number 10. Like I said, I had quite a busy day. So I did have a scale this morning at the campsite near Rawsonville. So I couldn't weigh myself this morning. So it's a surprise for me tomorrow morning when I weigh myself, see what happened. Because when you go camping with family and stuff, you eat a bit more than you normally do. But let's go on. Right, as you know, it's to support each other and encourage each other, get health tips and so on, so we can lose weight, or be a bunch of losers, but in the good sense of the word, obviously. And join your weight loss support group on Facebook if you haven't done that yet. I hope that's not you on that left-hand side there. When you hear someone open a bag of chips, I hope that's not you. Okay, so let's start. Check what you eat and drink, obviously. What's your portion size? I'm recapping things we've done in the past 9 weeks so far. Learn to read your labels. Choose foods high in fiber and read the labels. Choose foods high in fiber, for example, low in carbs. And choose foods that promote a healthy endocrine hormone system. Avoid endocrine disruptors. Avoid chemicals you find like the cleaning products and personal care products and some that can actually cause a problem. So let's go on from here. General tips. Going on diets can achieve the opposite in the long run, because the weight you lose may be muscle and not fat, and it might end with a yo-yo effect. Just to recap on that, what happens, people go on a 6 weeks or a 2-month diet, they change what they eat, they go a drastic thing like a fruit-only diet or whatever they want to do, or fat only or protein only or whatever, and they lose 5 or 6 kilograms after 2 months, and then they go back to the normal eating habits. And within another 4 or 5 months, they pick up what they've lost plus 2 or 3 extra kilograms, and then they go on another diet again. And over a period of 10 years, they end up actually having a bigger mass, weighing more than they started with the different diets. So, like what I recommend is find a good lifestyle, find a good balance in what you eat. Like I said, read the labels, look for things low in carb, high in fiber, eat enough protein and so on, and get a lifestyle in terms of what you eat. So you won't fall into the yo-yo trap. That was the first thing we mentioned. So otherwise you might end up like this lady in the Lost and Found. Congratulations, ma'am, we found all the weight you lost. That's what happens when people go on these different diets. Okay. So, and we also did discuss why you struggle to lose weight. It can be because you might gain muscle to do weight training, for example, while on diet. Maybe you gain muscle. If you only way to then find out what's going on is to measure your waist, for example, see if that is shrinking or not, with your upper arms and so forth. Keep a food diary and try to lose weight so you can see what you eat. You might find certain foods might actually make you pick up weight. Others might, for other people, not, because our bodies are different. Eat plenty of protein-rich foods. It might be that you're still consuming too many kilojoules. Base it on your diet and whole foods, because processed foods could negatively affect your weight loss. So try to eat your whole foods. Try to stay away from processed foods. Are you doing strength exercise or any exercise for that matter at all? Are you cutting your fizzy drinks? Are you staying away from the fizzy drinks, with the artificial sweetness in as well? Maybe don't sleep well enough. Maybe eating too often, because many meals, every time you have a meal, depending on what you eat, your insulin levels will spike. We'll touch on that later on again. You might be drinking enough water. You might be eating too fast. You might have issues like fatty liver disease, or you give into cravings. You might you've been losing weight for many months and you've hit a plateau because you need to take a break. Maybe you must do something different. Change what you're doing. People's expectations are sometimes unrealistic when it comes to weight loss. So keep in mind, and that's why it's important that you must keep a record of your weight loss. And remember, it takes time as well. It's not a short-term solution. It's a lifestyle change you must go into. Your gut health needs attention. That might be a problem where you might lose weight. Genetic factors might be involved. Some medications might even be involved. You underestimate the portion sizes. You eat mindlessly when you're distracted or you're bored. That is something that easily happens. And you skip meals and end up overeating. We spoke about insulin, remember, can injecting insulin cause weight gain? The big question, and the answer was basically it can play a role because whenever you've got carbs and you've got insulin, the insulin spikes, the insulin wants to put the carbs into the cells, the glucose. But if the cells are already saturated, the cells will take those glucose and turn it into fat. That's one of the reasons why having too many mini meals might actually be counterproductive in case of many people. Because every time they eat, depending on what they eat, insulin shoots up, excess carbs, insulin converts the carbs in the end, or the cells convert this excess carbs into fat. Remember your drinks, we spoke about what to drink as well. Look for low carb smoothies and juices, for example. Things like rooibos tea with lemon in, or rooibos tea with cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger in, or like a New Life herbal tea, for example, or ginger tea or green tea, or find diet drinks, but please, not artificial sweetness. You can even use meal replacement shakes. Well, I replace my breakfast with the New Life shake. That's my whole breakfast then. Cocoa made with milk or chocolate milk, but be careful what you put in the chocolate milk. A slice of water with a slice of lemon in, a glass of water with apple cider vinegar in, coffee and tea, and hormone-free milk or non-GMO milk alternatives. These are things you can drink. There might be other alternatives too. And remember we spoke about read labels, because many times in the labels things are hidden. I mentioned one of those no sugar drinks, but the second ingredient was caramel, and caramel is sugar. So read your labels. Supplements, read your labels. And be careful what you buy. And if a supplement is cheap, ask why is it cheap. So remember your labels. When you use a meal replacement shake, like I do, for example, is it a complete meal replacement? Or is it like, remember I mentioned the example of protein shake, which I actually emailed the company also, we said protein in the shake, in the sense for the milk which you mix the shake. So how do they call that protein shake? But in any case, ask, is it free of GMOs or toxins, synthetics, and preservatives, and fillers, and all these things? Check for things like that. Has it been tested? Has it been researched and published in scientific journals? Does it have seal of accountability? Is produced on a pharmaceutical license? That's important because then you can trust the label. If it's cheap, ask why. Is it glycemic response controlled? Otherwise, will it spike your sugar? Is the protein absorbable? Otherwise, is the PDCA score above 1? Does it contain all types of amino acids? We need 22 in your diet. So make sure you get a proper, good meal replacement shake if you use one. And remember, I also spoke about, is it a duck or is it a rabbit? Because we have tried and train your brain or trick your brain. And we had quite a number of tricks. I'm not going to go through all of them, but eat a lot of veggies in your plate. Veggies add volume to the meal. So it looks like you've got a big meal. So it fools your brain. You think you're eating a lot. Make sure there's a lot of protein because protein makes you feel fuller for longer. Include protein with each meal, okay, or snack. Use smaller plates. It fools your brain. Because if a small plate is full, your brain thinks it's a big plate of food. Okay, be conscious of what you eat. Adding peppers and ginger to your meal, spicy stuff can make some people get fuller, faster. And add fiber to your diet. Soluble fiber helps keep hunger at bay. And there are many other tips. I'm going to go through all of them. But remember the Zoom we had, you can watch it on the channel. But be prepared to say no thanks. Sometimes just a grin and bear and say no thanks. Cut up your food before eating. A portion of food cut into multiple pieces looks larger, which tricks your brain into thinking you've consumed more. So many tricks. I'm not going to get all through all of them now. Okay. Turn up the lights and turn off music. Train your brain. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself, I've had enough to eat. Or 3 fiber tablets, like the 3 neurofiber tablets, 25 minutes before meal with a glass of water. That also can help you feel full. The bottom line about fats and stuff like that, fat doesn't make you fat. That is a misconception. Actually, fat helps you feel fuller for longer. And many of the fats that you eat, your body uses for other purposes than for energy, because fats are there are many natural steroids in your body, and cholesterol is a natural fat as well. They're in your body that your body uses. There are fats in your cell membranes. Your body needs those fats. And then your good fats like omega-3s that help to remove cholesterol buildup in your blood vessels, for example. So you can eat good fats also. Stay away from the trans fats, which you specified in your processed foods. Being overweight or underweight affects your hormones. So if you're overweight, very likely you've got a hormone problem because you're overweight. And your hormones can make it more difficult to maintain a healthy weight. It's a catch-22. So we need to check on endocrine disruptors in the home and your food, in your cleaning products, everything we do, personal care products. See if they are not toxins. And there are a lot of toxins nowadays. The more natural the product, the better. So check the labels. And remember on the label, the first 2 or 3 ingredients will be the main ingredients of the product. So very often it might just be you can't lose weight because of hormones. Hormones are linked to weight gain as well, but there are things you can do about it. We did discuss that, like we mentioned the New Life herbal tea that boosts your metabolism, which if you've got like an underactive thyroid and you can boost your metabolism, it will help counter the problem and start to help burn energy in the body. Hormone imbalance, we touched on very briefly last time also. Weight gain can be a reason or a symptom or sign that you have got hormone imbalance, fatigue, anxiety, insomnia, sweating, digestive problems, and cravings. So these are very often signs that you've got a hormone imbalance. So what can you do? Check your diet. Make sure you eat healthy food, unprocessed. Nothing from a tin, nothing from a box, not those green, fresh green and orange, red, yellow fruit and veggies. Okay? And exercise, check your cleaning products that are non-toxic, for example. Eat organic food if possible. Wash your fruit and vegetables in a natural soap like LDC, which is non-toxic. Eat a balanced, healthy diet. Manage your stress. Get enough sleep. Detox your body, detox your home, and use certain herbs that also help you detox your body. I spoke about this, the 3 and N grains that help your hormones to function normally. It also helps the cells to detox. It also gives you energy. It slows down aging, helps you better sleep, and helps for weight management in the end as well. Find healthy, good supplements like 3 and N that will help you with the hormone problems. Now, the weight table, I haven't filled in everything here yet. Like I said, I was a bit late today because of my full program today, but I did fill in something here. How much you've lost or gained. And Janet, as far as I remember, you said you gained 200 grams. Linda lost 300 grams. I couldn't put mine in. I didn't weigh this morning. I only got home from camping about 9-ish. And then I had to get stuff here for the Department of Education. I went in and, well, I only got home at about 7:15 this evening. So, summary. When you lose weight, avoid toxins. Choose food, drinks that boost your metabolism. For example, you've got thyroid issues, for example. Even if you don't have thyroid issues, you choose food that boosts your metabolism. It can also help your body burn your kilojoules and those fat cells faster than then. Reduce your need for insulin by eating wisely. Things like fiber-rich foods help with that. I mentioned last time also that if you start your meal with a fiber-rich food, like vegetables first, then fat and protein, and then your starches and stuff last. It will also help to reduce an insulin spike and sugar spike. Avoid artificial sweeteners, preservatives. Consume your fat and fiber and protein. Read the labels, make smart choices. Detox also your home and your body as well. But very often, because you've got toxins in your body, your hormones are messed up, and therefore you can't lose weight. Train your brain by thinking of what to eat and so on, the examples I mentioned. And when necessary, if you might be surprised. Very often you might struggle to lose weight because you are missing certain nutrients in your diet. And therefore it's wise to start using whole food supplements to make sure you do get everything in your diet. But never give up. Everyone has bad days. Just pick yourself up and keep on going. Remember the YouTube channel. Now, last week's Zoom, I haven't put on the channel yet. It will go up this week. And remember, when you change your health, when you lose weight, you must change your buying habits. Make sure that what you use will be beneficial for you to lose weight. Remember what I said here is from primary healthcare position. It's not a medical prescription. So we can discuss anything else. Any questions now? Got any questions? Let us stop share. Okay. That was a very brief summary of the main things we've discussed over the past 9 weeks. Just to refresh your memory, maybe some of you missed it. So a good idea that you've heard it perhaps. Okay, any questions? You can just unmute yourself. Want to add anything? Or what you asked me to discuss a certain topic next week. I know there's something Linda mentioned. Are we going to stop with the webinars over the festive season? So if you look at the calendar, today's the 12th. So next week, the 9th, perhaps we must stop for this year. And then we start in January on the 9th again. So people want to cheat over the Christmas season. You can still get time to hide it and just wait before we start again. How do you feel about that? Because I don't know.
So are we gonna meet next week?
Next week, the last time for this okay. year, and then on the 9th of January we start again. Okay,
I'm fine.
If you feel you want support, then you can continue. You can just make a very quick 10-minute webinar, not a whole discussion. In other words, if you feel you want to continue with a little bit support.
I don't know how everybody else feels. Okay. Janet is going away, so
that's right. I don't know about the others how they feel. Yes. Okay.
All right. Well, then, like you say, if we're not getting any feedback from anybody, then let's just do that. We'll stop next week and open again on the 9th, you said, of Jan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I just have one question in your presentation, Herman. I saw somewhere about weight gain or lack of weight loss, something about undigested food. Can't remember which slide it was on.
Undigested. I'm trying to think what that could have been now. If we should find it.
I just wanted to find out, how long does food remain undigested in our bodies? Do you know? Or suppose it depends on what it was. I think it was the first or the second slide.
Okay, let me quickly see if we can get to it quickly. Because remember, certain foods digest faster than others. Your carbs digest very fast. Your fats and protein is much longer.
There we go. Go. I just saw it. Next one, go down. Next one. There, that one. The first point, when you struggle to lose weight.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what the story was about that specific point now.
I was just wondering, how long does food stay in one's gut without being digested?
Okay.
So
I'm with you. That's a point here. That is was a good thing to weigh like every morning before you eat. Because if you have a meal and an hour later you go weigh yourself, there might still be undigested food somewhere in your system.
Oh, I understand. All right.
So that's what you're referring to here. So then you get a false reading then, a higher reading than you're supposed to. Also body fluid. You might, but that's also a problem. If you sleep and it's a very hot night, you sweat a lot. The more you get in the scale, it might lose a kilogram, but it might just be water as well.
Okay. All right. Cool. All righty. Thanks, Herman.
Okay.
So what are we discussing next week?
If nobody's got a topic, then I'll think of something and I'll discuss the topic next week.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well, I just felt I had to recap because it was the 10th one tonight, so just to recap very briefly on the main points.
No, it's great. Thank you. I can't believe it's 10 weeks already. Sure.
Yeah, and I've lost 5 odd kilos already, so
yeah, crazy.
I'm on the right track. I've got about 5 to go.
Excellent. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Keep well.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.